The galaxy had seen many strange species, but nothing prepared them for this. The discovery began on a silent research station orbiting the edge of the outer spiral. A team of alien explorers from the Varel Dominion scanned a distant blue planet, expecting nothing important. But the moment their sensors captured the first readings, the entire station froze. Commander Rethan, a tall violet-skinned officer, stared at the glowing screen. This cannot be correct," he whispered. The data showed a species that should not exist. A species with a history of war, survival, intelligence, and unpredictable growth. A species that had evolved on a death world. A world so dangerous that most alien life would die within minutes. Humans! The word appeared on the screen like a warning. Rethan felt a cold fear in his chest. These beings developed technology at impossible speed. They adapted, they fought, they survived everything their world threw at them. Storms, diseases, predators, endless wars. Nothing stopped them. Inside the control room, alarms started beeping. More data arrived. More impossible numbers. Human strength, off the charts. Human resilience, beyond any known species. Human history, violent, clever, chaotic, unstoppable. Why did no one tell us about them earlier? One researcher asked, voice shaking. Rethan answered quietly, because everyone who met them never returned. The station lights flickered. Their long-range scanners reported something terrifying. Humans were not just surviving on their home planet. They were expanding. Their ships were leaving Earth. They were exploring the galaxy. "They are coming," Rethan whispered. The room fell silent. No one breathed, because if humans reached the stars, the balance of the galaxy would break. And the Empire was not ready. The Varel Dominion wasted no time. Commander Rethan transmitted the discovery to the Galactic Empire's Central Council. Within minutes, his station was locked under emergency protocol. Doors sealed. Communications restricted. Armed guards took positions in every hall. Something was wrong. Rethan knew the Empire never reacted this fast, unless the threat was beyond control. Inside the Grand Council chamber, the hologram of Earth rotated slowly above a long black table. Advisors, generals, and ministers stared at it with expressions of fear they had never shown before. High Chancellor Varos finally spoke. "We hoped this day would never come." The younger officers were confused. "Chancellor, how can one primitive species be so dangerous?" Varos turned to them. "Because they are not primitive and they are not predictable." He activated a hidden archive. Old, dusty, locked for centuries. A recording played. A small alien scouting team landed on Earth long ago. They attempted peaceful contact. But something went wrong. A human tribe saw them as a threat. The tribe attacked with unbelievable coordination and brutality. None of the scouts survived. The survivors' final message was only one line. "Do not provoke the Deathworlders." The room shook as a message echoed. Rethan felt a chill. So the Empire knew and kept it secret? Varos nodded. "We believed humans would stay on their planet, but now they're building ships." A new alert flashed across the chamber. Human patrol craft, leaving Earth's atmosphere. Unknown propulsion, unknown weapons. Speed, increasing rapidly. "That is impossible," a general muttered. "They advanced this far without our knowledge?" The Chancellor's voice grew heavy. "We must prepare the galaxy. If they are peaceful, we must negotiate. If they are hostile," he paused. "No empire can stop them." Silence returned, heavy, cold, full of fear, while the Galactic Empire panicked in secret. Far away on the blue planet called Earth, something historic was happening. A massive silver craft sat on a launch platform hidden in the Rocky Mountains. Engineers, soldiers, and scientists surrounded it. The ship's name was printed on its hull in bold letters. HSS Valkyrie. It was humanity's first deep space exploration vessel. Built quietly, off the record, unknown to the rest of the galaxy. Inside the command deck, Captain Mira Hayes tightened her gloves. She had survived wars, disasters, and impossible missions. But nothing compared to this moment. "Engines at full charge," the pilot reported. "Navigation ready. Crew secured." Mira took a deep breath. "Begin launch sequence." The ground trembled. Light exploded from the ship's thrusters. The mountains echoed like thunder. In seconds, Valkyrie rose from the hidden base, pushing through the clouds, shooting into space with a speed no alien empire had ever predicted. Back on the Varel station, Commander Redhan watched the live feed from the long-range scanners. His heart dropped. "What is that energy signature?" a technician shouted. "It isn't any known technology," another cried. The human ship accelerated again beyond safe limits. No alien species ever dared fly that fast. "They're breaking through the outer atmosphere," Redhan whispered. "This is their first step into galaxy." A scientist gulped. If this is only their first ship, how advanced will the next ones be? The Galactic Council also saw the report. Fear spread like wildfire. The Chancellor spoke slowly. "If the humans arrive unprepared, they will fear us. And fear creates war." But another general added, "What if they don't fear us at all?" No one answered, because deep inside they all knew the truth. Humans feared nothing. And now they were coming. The HSS Valkyrie sailed through silent space, its engines glowing like a new star. Captain Mira Hayes watched the dark horizon ahead. Her mission was simple on paper: explore, observe, avoid conflict. But she knew reality would be different. Humans never entered the unknown quietly. "Captain," the pilot said, "we're detecting something artificial." Mira turned sharply. "Show me." A hologram flickered to life. A small alien probe drifted near an asteroid, watching them. "Is it hostile?" a crew member asked. "No," Mira replied, "but it's afraid." Back on the Varel Dominion station, Commander Redhan stared at the same probe footage. The probe sensors picked up a human ship and instantly shut down from shock. "It overloaded," a scientist reported. "Why?" Redhan asked. The answer chilled everyone. Human energy output is too high. The probe couldn't handle the readings. That had never happened with any species before. The Galactic Empire received the report within minutes. The chamber lights dimmed as the image of the human vessel hovered above the council. High Chancellor Varro spoke quietly. "Their ship looks small, but its energy core is beyond anything we have." A general slammed his fist on the table. "We must intercept them before they reach Imperial space." Varro shook his head. "And risk provoking them?" "No. We watch. We wait." But fate had other plans. A fleet of independent alien scavengers, unaware of the Empire's warning, spotted the Valkyrie. Their rusty ships moved in fast, hungry for new technology. On the Valkyrie, alarms blared. "Captain, multiple ships approaching. Unknown species. Weapons locked." For a moment, Mira said nothing. She stared at the threat calmly. Then she whispered the one line that would echo across the galaxy. "If they want trouble, we'll show them what humans can do." The scavenger fleet closed in like hungry predators. Their ships were old, rusted, and unstable. But there were many of them. Dozens surrounded the HSS Valkyrie, blocking every escape route. Inside the command deck, red lights pulsed. "Captain, they're demanding we shut down our engines. They want to board us. They think we're weak." Mira, Hayes didn't blink. She stood tall, eyes calm, voice steady. "Activate defensive grid. No lethal shots unless they fire first." The Valkyrie hummed as its energy shield unfolded. Transparent, glowing, powerful. The scavenger ships paused. They had never seen technology like this. Then one impatient attacker fired a plasma bolt. It hit the Valkyrie's shield and disappeared instantly. No explosion. No effect. Just silence. On the Varel station, Commander Redhan watched the live scans. "That was a direct hit," he whispered. "And the humans didn't even notice." The scavengers panicked. More shots fired, dozens at once. Plasma, beams, missiles, everything they had. The entire asteroid field lit up like a storm. But the Valkyrie floated peacefully, untouched. Then Mira gave the command. "Target their weapons, disable only." Blue-white beams shot from a Valkyrie. Not destructive, precise. Clean, controlled. Within seconds, every scavenger ship lost its weapons and engines. They drifted helplessly in space. The aliens inside screamed in terror. Back in the Galactic Council chamber, generals stood speechless. One whispered, "That was mercy." Another added, "And power, pure power." Chancellor Varos exhaled slowly. If this is how they fight when they try to avoid violence, imagine what happens when they stop holding back. On the Valkyrie, the battle was over, but Mira knew this was only the beginning. She looked at the dark horizon and said, "Someone is definitely watching us now." And she was right. The silent space after the battle felt heavier than before. The scavenger ships floated powerless, their crews trembling, whispering stories that would soon spread across every star system. But far away, hidden in the shadows of a massive nebula, a much larger ship observed everything. A vessel not built for exploration, not built for trade, but for war. The Imperial Dreadnought Zaltor, pride of the Galactic Empire, activated its cloak and moved closer. Its captain, Lord Seraph, watched the human ship with cold eyes. "So, these are the Death Worlders," Seraph muttered. "Small but dangerous." On the Valkyrie, Captain Mira sensed something wrong. "Captain," her sensor officer shouted, "a massive object is approaching. No signature. No ID. It's hiding." Myra's heartbeat slowed. "Put full power to shields. Prepare evasive route." The nebula shook as the dreadnought decloaked, its enormous black hull dwarfing the human ship. Commander Redhan watched the same footage from the Varel station and gasped, "This is madness. The Empire will destroy themselves trying to intimidate humans." A transmission opened. Lord Saratha's voice filled the Valkyrie. "Unknown species. Power down. Kneel to the Empire." Mira raised an eyebrow. "Kneel!" Her crew exchanged looks. Some laughed nervously. Mira stepped closer to the comm panel. Her voice was calm, terrifyingly calm. "No." Inside the dreadnought, Sarah stiffened. "No? Do you know who you are speaking to?" "Yes," Mira replied. "And you don't know who we are." The dreadnought aimed its super cannon. Space lit up, but before the blast fired, the Valkyrie moved, not with speed, not with technology, but with instinct, the human instinct to survive the impossible. It dodged the cannon by inches and fired a single EMP spike. The dreadnought shut down. Completely. Across the galaxy, every empire, every species, every leader received the same message.